The amphibious assault ship USS Inchon is named for the successful amphibious landings at Incheon, South Korea on September 25, 1950, which caught the invading North Korean forces from behind early in the Korean War and compelled their retreat. The ship's motto, "Never More Brightly," is derived from General of the Army's Douglas MacArthur's message to the fleet on that occasion. The Navy and Marines have never shone more brightly than on this morning. Built in Pascagoula, Mississippi by the Ingalls Shipbuilding Division of Litton Industries, Incheon was commissioned on June 20, 1970 at the U.S. Naval Shipyard, Portsmouth, Virginia. She is the seventh and last of the Iwo Jima class of amphibious assault ships. Her keel was laid on April 8, 1968, and Incheon was launched on May 24, 1969. The mission of amphibious warship Incheon is to support assault from the sea against defended positions ashore. She must sail into harm's way and provide a rapid buildup of combat power ashore in the face of opposition and under arduous conditions. This is done by utilizing the CH-46 Troop Transport Helicopter and CH-53 Echo Super Stallion Heavy Cargo and Troop Transport Helicopter. Providing air support is the Cobra Attack Helicopter and the Huey UH-1 helicopter, serving as command and control, as well as the platform for search and rescue. The overall length of Incheon is 602 feet, with a beam of 84 feet at the waterline. Carrying a full load, Incheon displaces a considerable 18,000 tons and has a draft of 26.5 feet. The ship is equipped with a single screw with a hub weight of 47,000 pounds. Providing the power to turn the screw are two boilers producing steam at a pressure of 600 pounds per square inch at superheated steam pressures of 850 degrees. 112 shaft horsepower, equivalent to the drive shaft power in your automobile, amounts to 23,000 ship's horsepower, allowing all 18,000 tons of Incheon to sustain a very respectable speed of 23 knots. The ship's electrical power is provided by two steam-driven turbo generators and two diesel-powered emergency generators, which provide a combined capacity of 8 million watts. Two evaporators, each capable of distilling 50,000 gallons of fresh water daily, produce enough water for each man to use 25 gallons of the precious commodity a day. For defense, Incheon carries two twin-mount 3-inch 50 caliber cannon positioned forward and aft on the starboard side. Moreover, she also packs two deadly basic point defense surface-to-air missile systems, also located topside, one on the after port side and the other just forward of the bridge. Additionally, Incheon packs a powerful anti-air punch with the incredible close-in weapon system. CWIS, capable of firing at 3,000 rounds per minute, is a standalone autonomous weapon, located one forward starboard and one aft port. Also, Incheon has 50 cal Browning machine guns, which are used for small boat defense. Another form of aerial weaponry is supplied by the Cobra Attack helicopters and occasionally AV-8 Marine Harrier jump jets. Supplies S2 and S5 divisions are responsible for the preparation of over 5,600 meals daily. Navy and Marine Corps cooks work virtually around the clock, ensuring good wholesome food is served on time daily to the crew and troops on board Incheon. This is no small task, considering that in the course of a month, approximately 11,000 loaves of bread, 5,000 gallons of milk, 4,000 gallons of coffee, 18,000 pounds of meat products, and over 3,000 dozen eggs are consumed. Supply Department's S1 division stocks and manages Incheon's two-ship stores, making possible the purchase of everything from radios to uniforms. In all, over 35,000 line items are stocked with an inventory value in excess of $19 million. The monthly payroll, when deployed, averages $500,000, and the ship's store sales are in excess of $60,000 per month. Over 3,000 haircuts are provided, and in excess of 10 tons of laundry is cleaned every month. Homeported in Norfolk, Virginia, Incheon is part of the Atlantic Fleet's amphibious force, which is characterized by its flexibility, mobility, and instantaneous response. An actual amphibious assault landing on a hostile beach or coast incorporates carrier air support and naval gunfire support, followed by several waves of marine carrying landing craft, utilizing a two-pronged method of seaborne landing craft and helicopter assault. A task force can be rapidly and effectively landed at trouble spots throughout the world. As an amphibious assault ship, Inchon is designed to be a platform from which helicopters are launched and landed. The flight deck is equipped with 7 spots for takeoffs and recoveries. Depending on the types of helicopters involved, this ship is capable of carrying up to 28 helicopters or 20 AV-8 Harrier jump jets. During an actual assault, the Marine helicopters come under the cognizance of the air boss. He has a big burden on his shoulders in his hectic job of controlling and coordinating the huge troop-carrying CH-46s and CH-53s along with the Cobra attack helicopters. All air traffic within a 5-mile radius come under the air boss's jurisdiction. Working with him is a precision team comprised of both the air and operations departments. A typical day's evolution during an assault begins hours before daybreak and continues non-stop throughout the day as helicopters shuttle troops and equipment to the beach. Assisting in this type of operation is Inchon's own search and rescue helo, which carries a 4-man crew and which may include hospital corpsmen and rescue swimmers. To keep the aircraft loaded with equipment and personnel, a combat cargo team made up of white jersey-clad Marines is tasked with ensuring that the helos are safely boarded and exited. They also provide the proper safety gear for passengers. Below decks in the Helicopter Direction Center, air traffic controllers monitor the air traffic, providing information to the air boss in primary flight control, a glass-enclosed control booth overlooking the flight deck. This is a tremendous feat indeed, especially when one considers that the Air Department logged over 5,000 accident-free landings, over 2,700 aircraft handling evolutions without incident, and 3,700 accident-free flight hours during its recent deployment to the Mediterranean. Responsible for keeping the mechanical end of things in check is the Aircraft Intermediate Maintenance Department, AIMD. This group of Navy and Marine aviation support members operates from the hangar bay, working day and night to prepare the aircraft for flight. Responsible for the 500,000 gallons of JP5 distributed are the aviation bosun fuelers in the purple jerseys. Another segment of the pit crew comprises the aviation bosun handlers, clad in yellow and blue shirts. They move the helicopters to the different spots on the flight deck and to and from the hangar bay. The crash and salvage crews, donning the red shirts or metallic-looking protective fire suits, stand ready in case of a mishap. Together, all of these team up to form as fine an air crew as the Navy has to offer. Inchon carries enough diesel fuel in her tanks to circle the globe without refueling at a sustained speed of 17 knots. However, when underway, she relies upon supply ships for fuel and supplies. The deck force is heavily used during this arduous evolution, known as underway replenishment. Unreps can last for hours as the 2 ships involved steam parallel to each other. Another means of replenishment at sea utilizes helicopters instead of lines and hoses, the helos shuttling cargo from the supply ship to the flight deck. The navigation department is charged with plotting course and speed to safely reach our destinations. They also maintain and upkeep charts of the world's waterways. The communications department keeps the ship in contact with the world around it. They also, in a way, keep the old Navy and the new Navy as one Navy. The oldest means of communication, flashing light, semaphore, and signal flags, are used along with today's high-tech electronic radio gear. At sea, Inchon encloses a self-sufficient society, complete with a post office, a dispersing office, 2 barber shops, 2 ship stores, and of course messing facilities. Radio and television are broadcast for 16 hours a day while the ship is underway, and an up-to-date nightly newscast keep the crew aware of world events. The evening movies are a big morale booster which offer a well-deserved break to the seafaring sailor. Another and more rewarding pastime can be found in the weight rooms, condensed gymnasiums that help keep bodies trim in a fraternity of athletes. The medical department aboard is comparable to a small community hospital. The many types of treatment available to the Marine or sailor range from routine physicals to surgery. The sick bay, as it is called on the ship, has full pharmaceutical services, 2 well-equipped operating rooms, an X-ray suite, a 2-bed intensive care unit, a laboratory, and an inpatient ward of 12 beds. In time of need, an extra 120 hospital beds can be added in an hour's notice. Because of her facilities, Inchon serves as the Amphibious Ready Group's primary medical receiving ship. The department also medically supports Marines ashore and as part of a multinational peacekeeping force, Inchon provides medical attention to the civilians she evacuates from troubled countries. Inchon's dental department consists of 2 dentists and 4 dental technicians while deployed, and is equipped with the most modern dental equipment available to handle any possible emergency. While Inchon was serving off Beirut in Liberia, her medical department not only provided its valuable services to our Marines and sailors, but also to the many refugees who were evacuated from these troubled spots. The ship's chaplain serves the spiritual and personal needs of the men, and has his office next to the library. The latter serves not only as a library, but as a place of worship, Bible classes, and a convenient meeting room. With the solid crew behind her, USS Inchon continues to excel whenever called upon to serve. As a proven asset in the Atlantic Fleet, she steams onward, never more brightly.